You ever just get off work and kind of just want to chill? Just finished the job. It wasn't bad. I just, the weather. I think it's the weather. That frequency outside, just the. Just gotta get that vibe right, Back to center. However we do it. Work cat off. Party hat on. Ugh. When did ball caps become more professional? I don't know. I kind of look at them now and a ball cap is just a work hat. In my world, it works. But I'm getting sick of them. Truly. Anyways, I wanted to read from a book. Yeah, it's not weird or anything. Maybe a little bit for you. It's called The Personal Atmosphere. It's a first edition from 1908, 1907. Oh, 08. So, it's pretty old. 117 years. I said weird because it's, on the surface, a little bit of a self-help kind of style, but it's a little bit deeper. The author is Frank Channing Haddock. I'd never heard of it before. I found a few others in the same lot. Really interesting. I wanted to read just a little section of it. Maybe you can see the print is not too long, so maybe like a page and a half. Just because. If you cared enough to find this video and click it and sit through my random playing amateur, I think this might be a beautiful thing to just consider. 117 years ago, somebody sat down, well, probably a lot longer ago. It was published in 1908. So let's go back in time. Yes, Lord. Did you hear that thunder? Proposition 18. The laws of action in personal atmosphere are simple. Every good or evil condition of a field is attractive towards a like condition in another field, and repellent towards an opposite condition. If a person's psychic atmosphere is good, either now and then or prevailingly, he or she will, by so much, infallibly send out a beneficial ether movements. I like that word, ether movements to all other persons around him, and will receive from them like beneficial influences. Conversely, a false or evil field makes itself felt upon people of its kind, and as well as receives readily their ether vibrations. A perfect and healthy psychic atmosphere, morally, intellectually, and emotionally, possessed of strong will, intelligently employed, would never yield to influences of an evil nature. But in all human beings, the personal atmosphere is of a mixed character. Hence, every person, even though possessing a psychic field in main, good or healthy, throws out vibrations of an evil or injurious kind, and the atmosphere of each, therefore, subject to malinfluences swarming around it in inconceivable numbers and complexities. So also, few if any people are absolutely bad, but are causes of various good influences and subject to a vast sea of benevolent ether movements surrounding them. Proposition 19. The great and predominant characteristics of psychic atmosphere in its best estate may be expressed in the following words: health, self-control, intelligence, talent, education, will, energy, love, pride, hope, cheerfulness, belief, friendship, benevolence, justice, truth, moral purpose, and worship. Proposition 20. The evil personal atmosphere may be symbolized by the opposite words: ill health, weakness, dullness, ignorance, flabby will, indolence, lovelessness, vanity, pridelessness, discouragement, irritability, melancholy, skepticism, unfriendliness, low purpose, selfishness, injustice, untruthfulness, indifference, irreverence. Proposition 21. Personal atmospheres differ in nature as well as in character. The nature of the psychic field is determined by the individual's original constitution, its character by the quality of the person behind it. Character is the sum total of traits and qualities acquired by the use or modifications of original endowments. Nature is the force with or against which each individual must work in determination of his character. Both the nature and the character of the psychic field are therefore supremely matters of the will. That's all I wanted to read. Because it's funny, I started this channel randomly 2 years ago. I don't know what I was thinking, honestly. I just kind of always wanted to make a YouTube channel, so I made a YouTube account just to browse, honestly, maybe do some reviews. I never expected, I never put forth that much effort in the beginning because I never expected much out of it, like mostly everyone. Last summer, I started posting a lot more videos. I was going through this. My wife was in the 3rd trimester with our 5th child, and I was stressed. I was in this really, really contemplative, meditative state of just pure there's no words to fucking describe it. It was not a negative, not a positive. It was just an eruption of energy. So I sculpted and I documented it. Sculpted a few things out of wood, out of stone, seashell, metal. It was just this unquenching desire. So I posted it without even really considering the ramifications of like, oh yeah, people are gonna actually see it. Like I knew, but then I didn't comprehend. And then people started subscribing, and I remember I had 30 subscribers once, and I was like, I thought to myself, and I told my wife, I told nobody about this YouTube channel. These are 30 strangers that are either laughing at me or enjoying these antics. Because you never know. I mean, I'm sure I got plenty of y'all laughing too. Some of y'all enjoy it. I do it for both y'all. But 30, and I was like, holy shit. well, let me try to make a couple more videos just talking about my knives. I didn't know what else to talk about other than what I use every day and what I know. I mean, we can't put our whole lives out there. I wish I could fucking help everybody with more things, but you know, this is YouTube land. So the things practical are, what are the tools that I use in my trade? What are the tools I use when I go out with my kids? And I started talking about that, and more people signed on, subscribed. It all started last summer when, for a moment, I truly was alone. I felt that way, just with everything coming on. It was brief. I was outside where I do those videos, in my yard, and I was just walking around, and like for that, like 10 seconds, I was like, holy shit, I'm alone, in like myself. It was a contemplation, meditation, prayer, whatever you call it. Like, there's levels to it. And once I sunk deep enough into that thought, I was pulled right back out. Something pulled me right back up, and I had this indescribable feeling just to share. And keep in mind, I've never really cared to share before because I'm not naive. But it's unmistakably unforgettable. I went in and kissed my wife and told her, and I started making things. I started talking more. I never refined it a bit because, you know, you never really know exactly like how these videos are going to upload or what the background will be. Like, I'm just chilling. This is my thinking chair. Feel me? So yeah, I've refined it a bit, but I guess great gratitude. And I opened with this book because I've read this when I got it. It didn't take long at all. But I picked this book up like I did with the Diamond Sutra that day. If you didn't see my video about the Diamond Sutra, I got books just laying around the house. And that one, my daughter had drawn out a butterfly, colored it in, and then cut it out. And she placed it in the book, I guess, at some point, because I don't remember doing it. But I walked past the book, and out of the corner of it, I saw a little bit like a bookmark, like that little tab right there. And I made a video about it. But same thing, but I did this one. I had to mark this off today. And my normal ritual is whenever I go out and I do my kind of job, restoration. So I'm taking what's broken, and I fix it, whether it's a material like leather in your seats, your furniture, a frame on that, whether you come to me with like, oh, my great uncle was a painter in the early 30s, and his painting was passed down from my mother to my older brother, and now I have it, and it's seen some better days. Can you restore my artwork? Yes, I got videos for that too. I love doing that stuff, but a lot of times, even though I'm taking what's broken and bringing it back, I can't really impact lives too much, and that kind of energy is absorbed. I'm like a sponge, like empath type of shit. I can't deny it. Like, maybe it's because I've suffered so much, I can just feel it. I see somebody, and I'm sure somebody else can relate too. You see somebody in a fucked up situation, and all of a sudden that's you. Well, it's like all the time. So I fix things, but at the same time, people like to open up, and sometimes I let some of those vibes just kind of linger. So I got ways to just get rid of it. Like, I play my guitar, and this is my thinking chair. I play my thing, and I wanted to show you guys this because that bookmark Yeah, I almost ranted. I almost got off on a tangent. This bookmark was right there, and I just read it again. And I was like, wow, it's about the personal atmosphere. It's about identifying people with those traits and seeing, like, yeah, I mean, I was around people like that today, people with the negative atmosphere. And I was fine. Gave my kids hugs and kisses. I even took my daughter, I'm training my 18-year-old daughter to like do inspections and appraisals and shit for us. So I took her with me, high spirited. I was a little dehydrated when I left. I drank some water. That was fucking fine. Just trying to be honest. But then as soon as I finished the jobs, it was like all of a sudden and unprovoked, it was just a somberness. And I identified it as like, yeah, that's basically was my surroundings, and it kind of bummed me out. And then the weather didn't help either. So I was like, ugh, I gotta get that shit off of me. So I make my own vibes with the guitar. It works for me, a lot of things. And identifying those people with those traits really, really helps us. I mean, sometimes somebody reading this to you, and it's in your head now. So now when you're having a good day and you see somebody else on that other shit, that other frequency, you can identify it. And not saying like to like shrug them off completely, but like you're able to kind of, let's say, coexist in the sense that you're able to just be around people who are depressed, and you can offer aid and help and try to uplift them while at the same time not letting that shit like kind of take hold of you too. Because it's a slippery slope. I mean, not everybody has that issue. I mean, I'm sure some of you are psychopaths. You don't give a fuck. It's all good. I mean, shit. You gotta be real. Psychopaths are useful in society in some places. It is what it is. Some of you don't care, but for those that do, like, it's a thing. Identify it, and you can help prevent it in yourself. It's nothing worse than kind of like, it's like a cold. Like, you feel me? Like, you're fucking fine. Then you go out somewhere, they give you a bug. Then you come back home and you give that shit to everybody. It's a static bug. Anyways, The Personal Atmosphere, 1908, Frank Channing Haddock. I'm not sure if it's still in print or not. I'm not gonna give up my spots for these old books. I got a lot, but I'm still hunting, so no spoilers for that. Sorry. But I will talk about that buck knife. Whew. Love it. Oh my god. It's the Smoky Mountain Knife Work exclusive Buck 110 with the Python scales in micarta. Oh my goodness. I really like it. Magna cut. It has a harder snap than any of my other ones. So that's the regular. So that's just a stock one. That's a great snap. That's the fucking iconic one. I love quality, the sound of quality, because I've heard the sound of shit my whole life. I mean, it's good to hear. Oh yeah, that shit's locked. And now I can get to work and not worry about going to the hospital and pinching up my knuckles. Good job, Buck. Smoky Mountain, you killed it too. It comes with this sheath. It's like a nubuck suede leather. It's made in Mexico. They're cowboys too. You know, the gauchos, they taught the cowboys. True story. So, made in Mexico is, you better not talk shit. I don't know, why would you talk shit? Like, honestly, it's a great sheath. It's so great, in fact, that I'm like, do I do that modification to this buckle too? I mean, to this strap? I'm conflicted. So I haven't done it yet, so I haven't carried it in this one. I've just carried it in my stock book. let my wife cook dinner. She started it without me. That's not cool. That's not cool. Now the kids are gonna eat and be like, thanks, Mom. Mom's the best cook. No, it's gonna be, thanks, Mom and Dad. You guys are awesome.